Okay, what do we have today? Stephanie McMahon on WWE's success. Very interesting. We listened to our audience. Brad, just roll the intro. Welcome everybody to your favorite WWE show on the internet, Greatness of Wrestling. How are you guys doing today? Today we're gonna talk about Hell in a Cell, why things that happened, WWE 2K19 and more stuff to come. But before that, just roll that intro one more time because this is the last time you're going to see it. It's going to change. An absolute masterpiece. So we all know that nobody won Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns match at Hell in a Cell. The match ended in no contest, even though it wasn't even that extreme, so cool. And you may wonder what's the reason behind it. Why this match ended in no contest even though it's a Hell in a Cell and it's supposed to be legit? Well, Dave Meltzer pretty much said that the fans live were really upset with that finish, but what were they going to do? The only other finish was beating Strowman. I guess this eliminates the Money in the Bank briefcase. It has to. Although I'm sure there will be a rematch. There will be a million rematches. Thank you for that, WWE. It's not like we've seen Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar in the Universal Championship title picture enough. Thanks. When we are going to move on from this? Someone please tell me. And Dave Meltzer is pretty much saying that it was impossible to have any other finish. I don't think that's true at all. A shit finish, for example, like Braun Strowman getting F5, the Roman Reigns getting F5, but Roman Reigns gets his hand on top of Braun Strowman, 1, 2, 3, he barely wins the match. Braun Strowman doesn't look weak because he wasn't even beaten by Roman Reigns technically. Bam. That's a very terrible finish, but at least it would have a finish. Right now we are with a Hell in a Cell in 2018 that ended in no contest. If that match didn't end the pay-per-view at least, I would be okay, this is bad, but whatever. This ended the show. This was the main event. The main event didn't even end with a proper finish. I think it was kinda disappointing. Now you may wonder why Brock Lesnar returned to the WWE. On the latest edition of Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer reported that the reason Lesnar is back is that he is actually scheduled to work at unannounced Saudi Arabia show on Friday, November the 2nd. WWE has yet to officially confirm the event, but as previously noted, Shawn Michaels is expected to come out of retirement at the same show for some sort of tag team program involving The Undertaker. One of the rumors is that we are actually going to see DX versus Brothers of Destruction. I don't want you to mix up this event with the other event that we're getting in Australia, where we're actually going to see The Shield versus Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. So it's still possible that at Saudi Arabia we are going to see Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship, probably in a triple threat match. I'm not mad that Brock Lesnar is back because honestly, I've said it many times by the way, I like him in the WWE. I think he can add a lot to the WWE, but I don't want to see him in the Universal title picture. That's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see him as the Universal Champion. I don't want to see him competing for the title. I don't want to see him against Reigns or Braun Strowman ever again. He can have interesting rivalries, but this is not what we want. You guys noticed that we had a different Hell in a Cell. It was actually red this time, and the reason why it's red was revealed, and it's pretty simple. One of the biggest reasons why it was changed is because Vince McMahon thought that the change was needed because this match has been around for around 20 years. So he just wanted to freshen things up. Makes sense? Was it better? Not necessarily, but I think it looked kinda cool because it was in a red arena, red lighting, so it looked pretty nice. It looked better inside than outside of the cell. That's just my opinion. When the camera was actually inside, I think it looked pretty dope. Outside it kinda looks like this. The red color could also been seen as symbolic to all the bloodshed that takes place in matches held inside this devilish structure. Red is, after all, the color of the devil as well. So many people were mad about this change. I don't really care. I think the original Hell in a Cell was better, of course. It looks way more legit. This looks kind of a PG version of that, but Who cares? The first Hell in a Cell match that took place inside this Hell in a Cell, Randy Orton vs Jeff Hardy, was absolutely amazing. Another sad day in professional wrestling world because Matt Hardy officially announced his retirement, I guess. It's time for me to go home, to be a father and a husband. I did so much more than I ever imagined I would do in this industry. Thanks for making this incredible journey with me. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you all. We already knew that Matt Hardy's career is coming to an end because it's been said that his pelvis and lower back are fusing or something like that. Pretty much a very serious situation, and I honestly think that he did more than enough to professional wrestling. Edge and Christian versus the Hardys matches, ECW champion, United States champion, TNA champion, multiple time tag team champion, and when we thought that this is the end of Matt Hardy, he reinvented himself and became Broken Matt Hardy and became the most entertaining wrestler of 2016. In a weird way, he actually changed professional wrestling. One of the greatest wrestlers of all time, so it's very sad to see him go, but I think it's a right decision. So when it comes to Matt Hardy, thank you for everything.
The last time you'll ever see woken Matt Hardy in a WWE ring.
Oh, Matt, what's next?
Well, I have 2 young kids and a wife. It's time for me to go. It's time for me to go home.
Let's talk about WWE 2K19 for a second. So a lot of people were mad at me because I was kinda excited for the zombies, for the big heads modes, or whatever we were getting in this game. So pretty much they were focusing on simulation style since WWE 2K, I think 15, or you could even say since WWE 12, which was in my opinion the first time I felt the WWE games are kinda getting worse. Anyway, today is not about that. People think that I'm very happy that we're getting zombies and stuff. That's not the case at all. I'm more into simulation style as well, but I want something different, and for the first time, WWE 2K19, a 2K game, is going to be different from any other 2K game that we got. When I said that I want unrealistic things, I said jumping from the Titantron, walking around the city and fighting, driving a motorcycle, moves looking way more impactful like in SmackDown Here Comes the Pain or Shut Your Mouth, when every move looks legit. It's not as realistic, but it looks better. But it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not happy with that. When it comes to Big Heads mode, I will probably play it like 3 times. That's it for me. I don't care. But if this is what we're getting, just imagine how much more things are in this game, and just imagine the next WWE game. We also seen things like Golden AJ Styles. I don't know what's that all about, but maybe we'll have more customizable options. Unrealistic, but still more freedom. And my thing is this, you may not like what 2K are doing with this thing right here, but the thing is, you don't really have to play it. There are ways to play this game. You can play it in a simulation style, don't pick these modes. And sometimes, from time to time, you can just have some fun. That's my thing. I'm just happy that for the first time, I feel like this game is going to be just a little bit different. Am I really excited? Not necessarily. The biggest problem about the recent WWE games for me is the fact that there's no reason to play 2K15, 16, 17 or whatever if you have 2K18, because every other game is the same. So I am happy with this change. Let's talk about WWE 2K19 rating reveal again. So Tony Nese got 70 rating overall, Randy Orton got 87 rating overall, Jeff Hardy got 84 rating overall. His character is the same, pretty much they are using the same character model from WWE 2K18, same attire, same face. Kinda lazy with that. That's a bit disappointing, to be quite honest with you. And you probably noticed that I think for the first time since like SmackDown vs Raw 2007, I think, Randy Orton is lower than 90. Well, not for the first time because he was lower in WWE 2K17, but still it's rare. So this is a little history of Randy Orton in 2K games. In 2K15 he had 90, in 2K16 he had 91, in 2K17 he had 88, in 2K18 he had 90, and in 2K19 he has 87, the lowest of them all. Every superstar in WWE 2K19 seems to have a lower rating overall, except AJ Styles for some reason, maybe because he is the cover star. And also a lot of people are complaining that Randy Orton is a little bit outdated because his hair doesn't look like that anymore in the WWE, and the thing is, he changed his hairstyle like 4 times in a month during this period. So I don't think that's a bit of a problem. When it all comes down to, you have like 4 or 5 Randy Orton models in WWE 2K19, including this one right here, which looks pretty much just like Randy Orton looks right now. And that's kinda it for today's episode of Greatness of Wrestling. Let me know your thoughts about Hell in a Cell. Let me know your thoughts about WWE 2K19 stuff that we are getting this year. Make sure to click that like button if you enjoyed this video. If you want to support the channel, make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links are in the description. And as always, guys, the great one, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.